Storm Claudia has caused extensive flooding across the United Kingdom, hitting communities from Wales to the Midlands and straining both natural and man-made flood defenses. The storm arrived late Thursday and continued into Friday, dropping intense rainfall on ground that had already been saturated for days. As a result, streets filled quickly, riverbanks overflowed, and transportation networks across the region faced major disruption. Weather officials warned that the combination of saturated soil and long periods of continuous rain created the perfect setup for rapid onset flooding, which can develop with little warning and spread across neighborhoods within minutes. One of the clearest examples of the storm's intensity comes from Tapalog in Gwent, Wales, where more than 80 millimeters of rain fell in just 22 hours. That amount represents well over half of the region's average rainfall for the entire month of November, yet it arrived in a single burst. Such a sudden accumulation put immediate pressure on river systems and urban drainage networks, forcing emergency crews to monitor rising waters through the night. By early Friday morning, flood alerts were active across large areas of England, and officials issued multiple warnings, indicating that flooding was not only possible, but in some locations expected. Wales experienced some of the storm's strongest rainfall, especially in southeastern regions, where small rivers reacted quickly to the intense downpours. Several communities saw water pour across roads and open spaces, forcing drivers to turn around and prompting local councils to close vulnerable routes. In central and northern England, the main threat came from surface water flooding. Drains and sewers struggled to keep up as water accumulated on city streets, creating large pools that stretched across intersections and highways. This situation led to lane closures, slow traffic, and long delays for commuters who attempted to travel during the heaviest rainfall. The West Midlands, and Birmingham in particular, faced significant challenges as the storm intensified. Prolonged rain turned several major roads into fast-moving streams, leaving vehicles stranded and forcing some motorists to abandon their cars. In one widely reported incident, a van driver became trapped when water rose too quickly for him to escape, forcing him to climb onto the roof of the vehicle while waiting for rescue crews to reach him. To the south of the city, the River Rhea overflowed in the Northfield area, sending water across nearby streets and creating hazardous conditions for pedestrians and drivers. Public transport services were also disrupted, as buses were diverted away from flooded areas and train operators reduced speeds or suspended services on waterlogged tracks. In the East Midlands, heavy rain spread across Nottingham and surrounding parts of Nottinghamshire. Forecasts indicated widespread totals between 30 and 50 millimeters, with some elevated areas receiving as much as 80 millimeters. This placed additional pressure on the River Trent, one of Britain's major waterways. Although no major structural losses have been confirmed in Nottingham so far, communities near the river were advised to remain alert as officials continued monitoring rising water levels. Because the ground in the region is already saturated, even relatively light rainfall over the weekend has the potential to trigger new localized flooding. Another growing concern in the aftermath of the storm is the sharp drop in temperature sweeping across England. As skies clear overnight, standing water left behind on roads, sidewalks, and fields is expected to freeze, creating icy conditions that could lead to dangerous early morning travel. Weather officials issued a cold weather alert for much of the country, advising residents to exercise caution and allow extra time for morning commutes. Frozen floodwater can be deceptive. What appears to be a shallow puddle may conceal deeper water or damaged pavement beneath a thin layer of ice. Authorities across the country urge the public to follow safety guidance closely. Residents living near rivers or in historically flood-prone neighborhoods were asked to prepare emergency essentials and be ready to move to higher ground if conditions deteriorate. People were also encouraged to check on elderly neighbors or those who may have difficulty responding quickly to evacuation notices. Officials repeated a simple but vital instruction.
नमस्कार, आप सभी का स्वागत है मध्य प्रदेश के प्रादेशिक मुख्य समाचारों में। हम बात करने वाले हैं कि मध्य प्रदेश की 25 बड़ी खबरें कौन सी हैं, आइए जानते हैं इस वीडियो में। शीतलहर से ठिठुरा मध्य प्रदेश। भोपाल में 7 दिन से कोल्ड वेव, 13 शहरों में 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस से नीचे पारा। 2 दिन कोल्ड वेव का अलर्ट, 17 से मिलेगी थोड़ी राहत। मध्य प्रदेश से बड़ी खबर दोस्तों, नरोत्तम की शायरी पर हंस हंसकर लोटपोट हुए धीरेन्द्र शास्त्री। मुख्यमंत्री को जीतू पटवारी ने दिया नाम, मंत्री की गाड़ी के बोनट पर कटा केक। भोपाल से बड़ी खबर, एमएलए निर्मला बोली विधायक पद का मोह होता तो मंत्री होती। बीजेपी के किनारे करने पर कहा किसी का व्यक्तिगत मत हो सकता है, मैं जनता की एमएलए हूँ। भोपाल से बड़ी खबर, मध्य प्रदेश में बच्चों की मौत के बाद एक्शन, कफ सिरप बनाने वाली 32 कंपनियों की जांच, 7 में मिली खामियां, 5 पर लगी रोक। अलीराजपुर से बड़ी खबर दोस्तों, जनजाति गौरव दिवस पर अलीराजपुर पहुंचेंगे सीएम मोहन यादव। छीतू सिंह किराड़ की प्रतिमाओं और 244 करोड़ के विकास कार्यों का करेंगे लोकार्पण। अगली खबर साझा करते हैं दोस्तों, भोपाल से। बीजेपी ने छिंदवाड़ा, निमाड़, मंदसौर नए संभाग बनाए। 13 संभागीय प्रभारी नियुक्त। तेज बहादुर को भोपाल, रणवीर इंदौर के इंचार्ज बने। उज्जैन से बड़ी खबर दोस्तों, वक्फ बोर्ड चेयरमैन डायरेक्टर को सिर कलम करने की धमकी। उज्जैन में आरएसएस के पथ संचलन का स्वागत किया था, जांच के बाद 2 पर केस दर्ज। जबलपुर से बड़ी खबर, मंत्री साहब बोले धर्म परिवर्तन सरकार का विषय नहीं है। जबलपुर में कहा ये लोगों का स्वयं का निर्णय है, बिरसा मुंडा जैसे वीरों को सम्मान नहीं मिला। मध्य प्रदेश से बड़ी खबर दोस्तों, लव जिहाद पर हंगामा, गिरफ्तारी कोर्ट से 90% आरोपी बरी। 5 साल में 283 केस, सजा सिर्फ 7 को, केस न टिकने की 6 वजह। अगली खबर आपसे साझा करते हैं दोस्तों, मध्य प्रदेश से। शिल्पा शेट्टी से धीरेन्द्र शास्त्री बोले आपको परेशान कर दिया। जवाब मिला आप तो परेशानी दूर कर रहे हैं। जया किशोरी फिर वहीं पर पहुंची। मुरैना से बड़ी खबर, जयसिंह हत्याकांड, शादी के 13 दिन पहले मर्डर। बीमार मां अनजान, ढोलक बजाकर मंगल गीता गा रही है। सोना जमीन या चुनावी रंजिश ने ली जान। उज्जैन से बड़ी खबर, सिंह